Hello friends, today we'll be discussing about a stock named as Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. The short form is IREDA, IREDA. So this is basically a stock which is related to renewable energy, and this company was incorporated in 1987 as a public limited government company. So the core business of this company is to finance the renewable energy and focus on solar, wind, hydro, biomass, and other renewable energy projects. It also gives the term loans and underwriting direct projects financing and other financial products is being introduced by this company. Had a quarterly result announced, and the quarterly result shows that there has been an increase of 30% in their revenue, whereas they had, if you compare their revenues from the last year, it was 1143 crores, which has increased to 510 crores currently this year. Whereas if we also talk about their net worth, the last year, in fact, they were at 6,290 crores, which they have increased to 9,110 crores. Let's just review the fundamentals and see what is this stock saying in terms of fundamentals are concerned. So the fundamental says the market cap is 6,200 crores, and if we talk about the current price, it's hovering around about 235.40. It had a high of 310, while in the month of July, this was the price. Yes, this was it was hovering around 310 rupees, and from there it took a dip. We would also check why there was a dip on the stock. Currently, the stock P is at 46.3%, whereas the industry P is 19%. Still, the P is on a higher side because the P should not have been exceeded more than 20% here, but depending on the focus of this company towards renewable energy, which will still ignore it. As far as the ROE and ROC is concerned, they are at a good limit of 9.30 to 17.3%. As an acceptable standard for ROC and ROE should be between 14 to 15%, but still it's close by. Whereas the dividend has not been provided by the stock till yet. Maybe it's a new company. That is the reason behind it. Maybe in the coming months or a year, they might be disclosing this dividend. The promoter holding is 75 on the stock. There is no liability. The pledge percentage is 0% showing up. The reserves are showing as 5,872. And the profit for last 3 years showing up as 23.2, whereas the sales growth is showing up as 19.7%. Things are looking promising for this stock till yet. Let's go ahead and check what are their quarterly results showing for the last few months. So if I would see, the quarterly results are also on a positive side, because if you see the trend here, the trend is showing up on a positive note here. It is on upper side, whereas the profit is also showing up with a financing margin of 20% to 11%, and 22% again it's going up, 29%, 33%, 35%, and 33%. So if any organization who is able to make up with their profits, they are able to justify their profits, they would be able to justify their future bonuses as well. As far as the retail investor like me, if there is no profit which is being earned by the organization, I would not be able to earn anything from that organization too. So these are showing some good signs here. The if we talk about the compounded sales growth here, so the compounded sales growth showing up as 20%, whereas for the 3 years it's showing up as 23%. So the total till date showing up as 43%. The compounded profit is showing up for 5 years as 34%, with the 3 years it's showing up as 53%. Till date is showing up as 45%, which are promising. The balance sheet also shows that reserves have been consecutively increasing, and I would like to highlight this, that in March 2023 the reserve is showing as 3,651, which has rose to 5,872. So these are also promising here. Okay, so if we look at the shareholder pattern, so we don't have a data which is beyond 2024, as it was a recent IPO which was launched in 2023. So the FII holding in the stock is increased from 1.36% to 2.2% in September 2024. The promoters are maintaining their stake. In fact, the promoters are the government of India, and the DIIs have decreased since May 2024, and also the public sharing has also decreased marginally. And that could be one of the reason why, because in July there was a correction in the stock, and that could be the reason why the DIIs and the public sharing have decreased on the stock. The future outlook shows that the expected continued growth is renewable energy financing, key role in India energy transitioning, focus on new technologies like green hydrogen, expansion of international collaborations. Okay, so let us check the current status technically on the stock and see how is it doing. So as I mentioned earlier, 2023, and we are reviewing this on a monthly basis chart. So if you'll see the monthly basis chart, it has been there has been green candles throughout. The trend changing candle was shown up in September, and in October it is showing up that there could be a trend reversal. If we would check it on a daily basis, we would just go and see what does it say. So on the Bollinger Band, we have applied the daily EMI average here, and it shows up that from the stock went down, and from there, from the red line, if you'll see here, this stock is coming up, and it's going up, and it is now crossing the middle line, and it is going towards the green line. So this is a breakout point wherein I am expecting this stock should go up, and it should reach the height of 310. Keeping a close eye on this and looking at the fundamentals, looking at the technical aspects of the stock, it is looking good. On top of it, the company is focusing towards future, and the future is green energy, which is considered to be a green gold in today's context. So this was the analysis for the stock. I would request you to comment if you think that there's any feedback which is required to improve ourselves. So we would really appreciate that. Have a great day. Thank you for your time.